Our KOB4 weather team has been continuing to warn us about these high water levels. And Eddie, and there's another phenomenon coming down the pipeline here.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, all that water is thanks to above average snowpack this past winter, but a little bit of a fluke. You know, we had La Nina this past winter. Now we're transitioning back into El Nino, and as we're getting closer to the monsoon, meteorologist Brandon Richards explains why it's not quite time to celebrate regarding rain yet. It might be a longer wait until winter.
In the last recent weeks, we've been talking about something called El Nino. That is just a climatological pattern that us meteorologists talk about. But what is El Nino? Where does it come from? Well, we don't look in the U.S. We actually have to look far south toward the equator in South America. This happens with trade winds. They move from east to west south of the equator, and they actually pull those warmer temperatures, those sea surface temperatures, toward the west. But sometimes those winds will actually calm somewhat, and they'll move from west to east, and that'll push those warmer winds toward the coast here of South America. That is the origins of El Nino. How does it affect our weather? Well, it affects our jet streams, our storm tracks, where storms go. Usually this tropical jet during the winter can sometimes shift just a little too far north to give us much precipitation. But when we have El Nino patterns, they say it stays a little bit south of us. What happens is that actually lets our storms get a little bit closer to us and gives us more moisture to work with during the winter time. It actually gives us warmer conditions in the northwest part of the United States and drier conditions in some of the central part and the southeastern part of the United States. Now, during the summertime, it really doesn't have a correlation with it, but it can give us a delayed onset of our monsoon season, or sometimes an even underperformed monsoon season as well. Meteorologist Brandon Richards, KOB4 Weather.
So really, when we're talking that El Nino global pattern, in general, it means wetter winters, right? So
more snow.
More snow, right? And that would be the hope. But that's why I said this past winter was such a fluke. We were technically in La Nina, but we had fantastic snowpack.
There's still snow up there.
You were just there, Catherine Lake.
Yeah, Lake Catherine.
Lake Catherine, yeah.
The ice just came off there, and I was surprised to see that snowpack is still working its way down.
That's right. And of course, with these warmer temperatures, it's going to be more melting into the rivers, which will remain dangerous, more dangerous than we've seen in a while.